Awesome.
Hey guys, how are you doing today? I'm IRox Da Panties-DeMornay, aka IRox, aka Baby Daddy, aka everything. And if you've ever been to any place I've performed, you would know why. So to get ready with me, it doesn't take very much to get ready with me. I don't do a lot of makeup all the time, but when I do, it's usually for pageants, because it brings more of the masculine features. But to get ready with me, start off with this little spongy thingy. Literally buy it at like a Halloween costume store. Nobody saw that. That didn't happen. Put that back in there. And then some Halloween makeup. I use fake hair. You go to the Sally's beauty store or any hair store and you get the fake hair and you cut it up really fine and you just put it on your face with some spirit gum. So that's that. But for this process today, we're going to be using these. And before we do that, let's get into some history. So growing up, you always wanted to do something fun, special, something that you don't see a lot of, and make it your own. So one day, I'm cruising down the street, and I come across this club, and it's fantastic, and I'm like, all right, let's go. I'm in there by myself, literally that awkward person standing in the back like this, and then the show starts, and I'm just enthralled with it. I'm stuck like glue, and over comes one of the performers, and her name is Ladies Man. And I'm just like, I saw your show. Like, your first number was amazing, and I'm just so happy about it. I completely made a fool of myself, and that's okay, because, you know, that's me. So I'm talking to her, and she's like, you should try this. And I'm like, okay, I don't even really know what this is, but I like it. And then she says, well, this is drag, and this is what you do. So normally in drag, you can do two of the main types of drag is male to female or female to male. And I'm like, okay, well, I could do this. I'm not gonna put on a dress, I could do this. There's other types of drag as well. We'll get into that in a minute. But, so I'm just sitting there and I'm thinking about it. What would I even do? I wouldn't even know. So we're talking a little bit more, and then I get an idea of what I want to do. So my first show, did the sign up, put the music in, and I go out on stage and I halfway freeze, and I'm just sitting there like, forgot all the words to my song, and it's a song that you know, and I'm just like, So then the song is over. Ladies Man comes up to me, great job, you did really good. I'm like, no, that was not okay. And then the second song comes around. I get a little bit more chill, a little bit more cool, and I did better. And I was like, okay, I really like this. So it's fun, and it takes me out of a place, takes you out of a place where you can, I don't know, be something else for 5 minutes, be someone else for 5 minutes, and just do your thing and leave it all on the stage. So 2 years later, here I am, and IRox Da Panties has been doing this for 2 years and just loving it, never looked back. It's literally something that I couldn't see I couldn't see myself not doing. I want to ride this train until there's no more track. And one of the best things about drag is meeting new people, seeing new places, performing in different clubs and different atmospheres, and putting on a show for people who don't really have much to do, and it's just fun. It's just really fun. Like, one of my favorite places to go is in Kansas City, and they open their arms to us, and they love us there. And let's see. Okay, so to start off with this makeup, I'm gonna take this, well, first, gotta pull my hair back, because you don't want the makeup in your hair, because then it'll rub on your clothes and get everywhere. So, all right, we're good. So then you take your little stipple brush. Now, when I do my makeup, I try to go with the curves of my face, and I try to make sure that it outlines my jawline really well, because you don't want it too high, because then it looks like your beard is like right here. You don't want it too low, because then it looks like you're right here and you just have a weird neck. So what you do is you take your brush, or whatever this thing, I don't really know what this thing is called. I got it from the 99-cent store, or Dollar Tree as you guys would call it. I'm from California, so there's a thing. So you dip it in there. Make sure you don't have too much on there, because you don't want it to look cakey. And you find your jawline, my jawline, to help you find it, you clench your teeth, and wherever the muscle sticks out, that's where your jaw begins. So you want to clench your teeth, and then right here, you can see the muscle, and that's where you line it up at. So start here, where your sideburn would be, and you pull it down and then around. Now, it doesn't all the time have to be perfect, but if you were me, you like perfection. Bring it all the way around to your chin. This is the complicated part, because I am right-handed, and this is my left side. Bring it all the way down to just underneath your jawbone, your mandible. I think that's what it's called. And you bring it all the way around and line up with the other side in the middle. See? It's coming through. And then for IRox, because IRox has to have a goatee, it's just a thing. Start from the outside of your lips and you go down. So you find the outside of your lips. Let me fix this. Okay, so you find the outside of your lips and you bring it down. Usually, if you pinch your lips together, you'll see where your lips, where the little muscle is right here. You can like call it a dimple, if you will. Right here. This is where you want the top of it to go. You don't want the line to go up here, because then you're gonna have a mustache way up here. So, find it. Right where the dimple is. Also, if you're someone who might have a little darker area right here around your lips, don't go above the darker area, because that's where your natural smile is. Then connect the top. This is the easiest part, I promise you it is. So you take your brush, or your little squeegee, we'll just call it a squeegee. Take your squeegee and you find the edge of it and you just tap it along the route that you want to go. Boom. And then you fill in any spots that did not get touched. Here's one half. Next side. And you fill in the middle. Use the corner of it to fill in the middle. And boom, that part of the goatee is done. Now because I'm extra, I'm gonna do the middle right here. Now, no one's face is perfectly symmetrical, seriously. So you have to look and find your center of your nose and pull it down. Don't look at your lips, because if you look at your lips, it's not going to be directly in the middle. Then I'm going to add a little extraness right there. And I'll show you how to clean it up at the end. So that way you won't just have blotches all over. Okay. Now, I usually put in a little bit on the side right here to keep it rounded. And then we're going to clean it up here in just a sec. Okay. Now, this is the part where napkins come into play. Don't have any. So we're going to do it the old-fashioned way. The biggest napkin you have, your pants. It works. Now, this makeup right here is pretty easy to come off while it's still wet. Doesn't take much to get it off. And I think we're good. Oop, messed it up. All right, and Sir IRox's beard is ready. Now, on another note, if you have makeup brushes, which I just so happen to have in this thing, go for your eyebrows. The darker the eyebrow, the more likely they are to stand out on camera, so you don't look like you just have nothing there. But if you want nothing there, that's fine too. Set that aside. I'm committing something that dry cleans would not be happy about, but that's okay, because I can wash it. I'll do it later, I promise. Take a little bit of it on the tip, and then you find your eyebrow, and you fill it in. You don't want to go too hard on it, because you don't want your eyebrows to look flat. You want them to look as natural as possible. Now, I have two pointy eyebrows, so I usually go to the point and then bring it down. See, here's an IRox eyebrow. Same thing on the other side. believe we're done with the makeup. So, in choosing an outfit for IRox, usually it's whatever's clean in my closet. I have a whole dry closet. And when I go wash my clothes, whatever's clean at the moment is what I pick. Or you make sure you clean it for the event. So let's say if you're going out for a neon event, you don't want to go in there wearing nothing but black or anything that's not neon. So you go in your closet and look for the shiniest thing you can find and you put it on and you see if it looks good, and if it does, then you wear that. If you're going out for a pageant, you don't want to just go in and pick anything. Find out what the theme of the pageant is and you rock it. The pageant that I won was the Boomerang pageant. I am current reigning Mr. Boomerang. And the pageant's theme was, don't quote me on this, but I believe it was pride. I believe it was pride, and what you take pride in and how you want your pride to be shown. So I did that. I won my pageant. I did a singing number for suicide awareness because I take pride in having my friends around me, and if anybody's struggling with it, then I want them to be able to come to me and know that I'm always going to be there for them. So with suicide awareness, it's a big thing for me, so I did that. And I wore a black and gold suit and lots of sparkles. Also in the drag world, lots of sparkles works for everybody. Trust me on this. Find your nearest drag queen and ask her how to rhinestone. It works. Hey, welcome back. Told you I'd be changed. So in this part, let's talk about some of the best things that's happened to me in drag. So one of the best things that's happened to me, I can honestly say, is meeting many people. I am a people person. I am a social butterfly, and I like going out and talking to people, learning their stories, learning why they started drag, and not comparing it to my own because everybody's story is different, but listening to theirs and maybe helping me understand some of my own issues and why I, came into drag and took it on and loved it so much, and hearing their happy stories and even some of their sad stories and just loving it. So meeting new people. So you go to different places and you don't expect to, come out with best friends or chosen families, but I did. When I started drag, I was just in it to do drag and just to go out and have fun and dance. I honestly wasn't expecting to meet my drag family and become a part of them. So when Ladies Men offered me the opportunity to become a DeMornay, I turned them down. Shocker, right? So, you see what I did there? Play on words. Anyway, so when he asked me to be his drag kid, I said, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to take on that responsibility and to be a figure in the community. I just like doing drag. He said, okay, think about it. And I did. And the next day I called him and said, yeah, I'll do it. Literally the next day. And the moment I became a DeMornay, I started figuring out that there's so much more to drag than just going out and performing. There's a whole underside to it that's absolutely fantastic. So you meet people, you become family, and sometimes those family members are there for you more than your biological family. And you can talk to them about anything. You can go with them to different places. You can come out of your shell. And I think that's one of the best things that's happened to me with doing drag is becoming a DeMornay and learning what it means to be a DeMornay and what the standards are that they hold over all of us DeMornays. And we're a pretty big family, but we're always there for each other, no matter what. If you'd see the things that go down in our family chat, you'd want to be a DeMornay too. So, another thing that's happened that has been great for me during drag, so for a long time, I kind of stayed in my shell and I didn't want to acknowledge things about myself that I thought would maybe make people disappointed in me. And it was at the point when I became IRox Da Panties-DeMornay that I started figuring out that I'm trans. It's just my thing. And when I first came out, one of the first people that I told outside of my biological mom and my son was Ladies Man. And when we had that conversation, it was like one of those, well, duh, we already knew. We were gonna push you on it. We wanted to see when you would feel comfortable with coming out. And I did, and I haven't looked back since. And I don't want anyone else in this world to feel like they can't come out, even if you don't want to tell anybody else, but you just want to tell somebody. Come talk to me, message me. I'm there for you always, and yeah, I want to be that for somebody else like Ladies Man was for me. And yeah, so my pronouns are he, him, and I'm in the process now of starting T, talking to different doctors about top surgery and everything. So I'm finally happy in my own skin, and drag did that for me. So if you want to, come out of your shell and meet new people and just live life, you should do it too. But if you want to save money, drag is not the occupation for you. It's probably one of the only occupations that you put your own money into and see slight returns. But it's so fun and amazing, and I recommend it for everybody. And meeting new people and seeing new things. Heck, you could even travel the world, or maybe just your city if you wanted that. But you can do a lot of things with drag. And I think for me, just going out and being outside of the house and having my friends and my close circle around me has been the greatest thing. So yeah, try drag, it's fun. Yeah. Now, let's talk about choreography, and let's talk about the song choice. Song choice is everything. And when you pick a song that means something to you. You pick a song that has some part of your life, whether it's good or bad, and you just want to leave it all out on the floor. So, song choice. One of my favorite things to do is switch it up. And I like to wear a cowboy hat, maybe some boots, and some jeans, and a nice jacket, go cowboyed out. And if I picked that outfit and I did, I don't know, Lizzo, why men great till they gotta be great, and I was in that outfit, it would not go together. So when you pick your song, you have to pick your outfit to go with it, and then you pick your choreography. So, song choice, Your Man, Josh Turner. Outfit, cowboy hat, nice jacket, good button-down shirt, some jeans, and some boots. That goes together. Then you pick your choreography. Now in the song, he's slow dancing with his wife, and you pick someone in the crowd and you make them your wife for that moment. And you dance with them, and you dance like you fell in love with them 10 years ago, and that they're still your number one. So when you do stuff like that and you make it all go together, your performance is going to be great. And let's see, choreography, I just move. I like to move. It depends on the beat of the song. I just go with it. My choreography usually involves me getting in the crowd. So I can't be flailing my arms all over the place because I'll hit somebody in the face. That's a no-go. It's not good. But I pick it to where I can be up close and personal with the crowd, and I make sure that they understand that they're in my vision, in my, what's the word for it? Attention space for that moment. I make sure that they know that they're important to me, because all your customers are, and I only say customers because I don't want to consider everybody my fan, because that would be me being big in my head. So patrons, you do that for all of them to make sure that they know that you care that they're there and that you're thankful for them being there. And you give them a moment where they're the center of attention. All right, so let's dance.